Hey, it's Thursday, May 1st. I know I haven't posted anything to YouTube for several days, almost a week, I think, maybe a week. Um, Part of that's because Nan went home and I'm by myself and driving most of the time during the day. And yeah, not doing as much sightseeing as we were when Nan was here and we were out west. But even out west, I've got some of the, so I know I need to catch up on that, but it really might not happen until I get home. So for tonight, I'm at Tom's Farm, which I found through Harvest Host / Boondockers Welcome. It's a place where RVers can stay. For Boondockers Welcome, it's usually free unless you pay for electric or water. $5 to $20, just depends on the site, which is what I did last night. I stayed at a site that was a Boondockers Welcome. You may have seen my sunset posts on Facebook. So tonight I'm at Tom's Farm, and he calls himself a Harvest Host. So I thought that there was going to be a store here. Online, it seems like it's open 9 to 6 or 9 to 5 or something like that, but yeah, maybe there used to be, but there's not anymore. But he does take donations, and so I'll probably put $20 or something in there, because when he called me back, I was actually calling some campgrounds, and they would have cost me somewhere between $25 and $50. I had called earlier in the day and didn't get a reply back, and was sitting at a rest area that in Arkansas you can stay overnight at rest areas. So I was kind of preparing to do that, but it didn't feel real comfortable. I could hear highway noise. It didn't feel as safe and secure, even though my camper, which is sitting over here on Tom's property, my camper locks up pretty tight. But still, if I'd have stayed there, I was going to close up all the windows and turn on the air conditioning just to block out the I-40 traffic, and then also any traffic that came in through the roadside rest. So it's worth it to put, $20 or something in their donation box that he says is up here in the barn. So he and his wife, Teresa, live over here somewhere. Their car comes in and out of this driveway. He says I can walk over there. There's a nice lake. So maybe their property or maybe their house is on that lake. I told him I'd probably walk over there in the morning, which he said was the best time. Probably get some birds and wildlife, whatever, at that lake. So I'll check that out in the morning. It's kind of late. I was at that roadside rest, and he called me back around 3:30, I think, maybe even almost 4 o'clock. And I was 50 miles west of Memphis, and to get here to Tom's Farm, I was going to have to drive 90 miles through Memphis at rush hour at 5 p.m. But I did it. I knew it would be nice when I got here, nice and peaceful and quiet, and I would feel much safer. So I did it. Oh my gosh, Memphis, getting around that at 5 p.m. was just awful. Speeders, like most cities. It was just terrible. But anyway, I'm here, and it was worth the drive. The birds are singing. I'm the only one here. I think even Tom and his wife maybe went into town to dinner or something right after they got me settled. They left. And I saw a cute little cafe in town, River Walk Cafe or something, and it looks really cute, and it was really busy. So I think all the locals go there. So I don't know. Maybe I'll go there for breakfast. We'll see. But hanging out here, I have breakfast food, so there's no reason for me to leave. So anyway, that's where the Conestoga is tonight. And this is Tom's Farm. And I'm going to walk up here and find the donation box. Oh, there's a play area. So apparently during the fall, they have a corn maze for the kids. At least online, that's what it says. So I think this used to be a pretty active farm. It's not so much anymore. Tom is up in years. I don't know how old he might be, but I'd say definitely in his 80s. I haven't met or seen Teresa yet, but I think this was probably a pretty active place at one time. So let's see what we got here in the barn. And he says he has cameras all over the place and they beep when somebody moves. So I'm probably on. Oh, there's a cat. I'm probably on footage right now. Hi, Tom. Hi, Teresa. Just checking it out. Let's see. There's a donation box here somewhere. Not sure where that is. We accept cash, checks, credit cards. I think he said there was a helmet or a hard hat or something on it. I don't see it. But I can always leave it in a note tomorrow if I don't find it and if I don't see them before I leave. The cat's calling to me. So, very pretty. Rocking chairs, fireplace. You can tell this is his hangout. He's got a Jeep with the hood up and a truck with the hood up and a women's bathroom, I think. Changing facility. I hear water running. I hope they don't have a leak. Oh, I think the toilet's running. Maybe I got it to stop. I'm not sure, but that'll cost them some money. You are the pumpkin to my spice. Yeah, you can tell this was either quite a happening place at one time or they had big dreams. I'm not sure which it is. License plates, Tennessee. I did cross into Tennessee today. In fact, I crossed into Arkansas today. And the rest area that I was stopping in was in Arkansas. But when Tom called me back, I kept on going and came right into, turn off the lights there in the men's room, came right on into Tennessee. And my nephew called me back, so tomorrow night I'm going to go to his place and stay and visit him and his two boys and his wife and spend the night at their place, which they live just south of Nashville. So it's only a little over 3 hours, but I've plotted a route that basically says no highways. So I don't want to get there until mid to late afternoon. So they both work from home. But so it's only a 3 to 4 hour drive by Google. For me, I always add an hour or two to that. And tomorrow I'm going to add even more and take my time and drive the scenic routes. And, if I see a museum or a park, I'll stop and visit. There's a ghost. You can tell they do some stuff for Halloween. Playground out here for the kids. Cornhole. Little kids picnic area or something down there. Cornhole. Warning. There is no liability for an injury to or death of a participant in an agritourism activity conducted at this agritourism location or by the agritourism professional if such injury or death results from the inherent risks of the agritourism activity. Inherent risks of agritourism and activities include, among others, risks of injury inherent to land, equipment, and animals, as well as the potential for you to act in a negligent manner that may contribute to your injury or death. You are assuming, spelled with a W instead of an M, the risk of participating in this agritourism activity. So be careful on those swings, kids, or on that slide. No jumping. Oops. Apparently a kid who didn't follow the rules. Rest in peace. Oop, another one. Oh no. Tom's Farm. Very cute. Oh, so at some point they sold cotton candy for $3, hot dogs for $5, popcorn for $3. Obviously, this is a happening place at some time or in the past. I'm not sure which. Hay rides, that was advertised online at their website. What, kitty? Huh? Did you take care of the mice? Yeah? Oh, here's the welding helmet. Okay, so apparently I'm supposed to put a donation in this box, I think. He mentioned welding helmet. So either in the box or near the box. I'm not sure which, but I'll figure it out. I think Tom was a pretty active guy at one time in his life. Maybe he still is. All right. Here's the Conestoga. So I had a little bit of shrimp pasta earlier for dinner. Not very much. I wasn't very hungry. But, because I didn't do anything today but drive. But a little bit. So I've got some key lime pie in a cup that I bought a couple days ago. So maybe I'll go back and have that for dessert now. Got my little patio set up with my chair. So, all right. I think I may post this just like it is so that everybody knows where I am. I crossed the Mississippi today. So I'm east of the Mississippi again. Heading north to Ohio from here. Going to catch up with, hopefully, with my friends Reese and Sarah that stayed at our house, I don't know, a couple months ago. They're doing the American Discovery Trail. We've stayed in touch. So I know they're in southern Ohio. I'm not sure where, but I'm going to try to intercept them either Saturday or maybe Sunday. And then go to Dayton to visit with my dad. There's more of a story there. But if you know, you know. So I'll go spend a day or two with him. And then from there, go over to Asheville and spend a few days with Mom. And then head home to Maryland. Getting home probably somewhere between May 9th and May 11th. Okay, that's it for tonight, I think. All right, bye.